The human protagonist Alex, exploring an abandoned alien space station rumored to be haunted. As he cautiously moves through the dim corridors, strange sounds echo around him. Suddenly, two identical alien women appear, twin sisters with shimmering blue skin and glowing eyes. Their sudden appearance is shocking, but Alex tries to break the tension with a joke. "I'm single," he says, half laughing. Trying to lighten the mood. The twins react in a completely unexpected way. They laugh, but in a strange, musical tone, then gently grab his arms. They refuse to let him go, insisting he has a destiny with them. Alex is confused, worried, and slightly panicked. He tries to pull away, but their strength is otherworldly. Welcome to my channel, Sci-Fi Love. Sorry, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Alex cautiously stepped into the dim corridor of the abandoned space station. His boots echoing on the metal floor, the air was thick with the smell of ozone and something else, something faintly sweet and unfamiliar. He had heard rumors that this station had been abandoned for decades, and some said it was haunted by the spirits of aliens who once lived there. But he did not believe in ghosts. He believed in adventure and, perhaps, a little bit in trouble, which he seemed to find wherever he went. As he moved forward, he noticed strange symbols etched into the walls, symbols that glowed faintly with the blue light. He bent down to examine them, tracing the lines with his fingers, feeling a faint vibration that ran up his arm. Suddenly, he heard a sound like laughter, a soft melodic sound that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. He froze, trying to see who or what was making the noise, and then from the shadows emerged two figures, two identical alien women, their skin shimmering with a deep blue light and their eyes glowing like twin moons. Alex could feel his heart rate jump as they stepped closer, and he tried to keep his voice steady, so he said jokingly, "I am single," hoping to lighten the tension, but the words hung in the air like a challenge. The twins looked at each other and then at him, and their laughter filled the corridor, their voices harmonizing in a strange musical tone before they reached for him, their hands gentle but firm. Before he could react, they had grabbed his arms and pulled him toward them, refusing to let him go. Alex struggled to break free, but their grip was otherworldly strong. He felt a strange warmth spread through his body, a mixture of fear and curiosity, as he tried to understand what was happening. One of the twins spoke, her voice soft yet commanding, saying, "You cannot leave now. You have a destiny with us." Alex swallowed hard, trying to find words, but none came out. The other twin tilted her head and added, "You are the one." We have been waiting for the words made no sense to him. He was just a human stranded in a strange alien station. Yet the twin spoke as if his arrival had been foretold for centuries. He pulled again, trying to escape, but they simply moved with him as if reading his thoughts, preventing him from leaving. The corridor seemed to stretch endlessly as they led him deeper into the station. He noticed strange machines and glowing panels that seemed alive, as if the station itself was aware of their presence. The twins walked with grace and precision, and Alex found himself mesmerized by their movements and their beauty. He tried to speak again, but only managed a nervous laugh. "I do not understand any of this," the twins smiled, exchanging a glance that seemed to communicate more than words could. They began to explain fragments of their history that made Alex's head spin. They were the last descendants of an ancient lineage, tasked with protecting the universe from a hidden danger that few could comprehend. Alex listened, trying to absorb every word, but most of it sounded like myth and legend. They told him that his DNA carried a unique energy, a spark that could tip the balance in the coming battle. He did not understand how a simple human could have such power, but their insistence and confidence in him made him question his own understanding of reality. As they walked, he noticed a faint pulsing light beneath the floor, the vibrations growing stronger with every step. The twins called it the signal, the warning of something approaching, something dangerous. Alex's heart pounded as he realized the station was not abandoned. It was a trap and they were guiding him into it. He tried to resist, but their presence was calming in a strange way, their voices soothing yet commanding. The twins led him into a large chamber filled with alien artifacts, glowing stones, and complex machines that seemed to defy logic. Alex could not take his eyes off the objects, his mind racing, trying to comprehend their purpose. The twins moved around him, pointing out certain items, explaining in simple terms their function and importance. He tried to remember everything, but the sheer volume of information was overwhelming, yet he felt a spark of understanding, a connection to the station and the twins that he could not explain. Suddenly, a loud rumble shook the floor, the walls vibrating violently. The lights flickered and panels began sparking. The twins grabbed his hands and pressed them together, showing him a device that pulsed with energy. "You must focus, Alex," they said in unison. "Your energy must connect with this, or the station will collapse." Alex closed his eyes, concentrating, feeling a strange warmth spreading from his chest into his hands, into the device. He felt the twins guiding him, their hands steadying his own. As he focused, he could sense the station responding to the vibrations. Lessening the rumble, slowing down, he opened his eyes to see the panels stabilizing, the artifacts glowing brighter, and the light beneath the floor fading. The twins smiled, satisfied, but their expressions quickly turned serious. They told him that this was only a test, a small trial to see if he could withstand the pressures to come. They explained that the real threat was approaching fast, a force that could consume planets and stars, and only together could they hope to stop it. Alex felt fear creeping in, but also a strange thrill. He had always sought adventure, but never imagined it would come in the form of two alien sisters and a universe-threatening force. He asked why they could not face it alone, and one twin looked at him with eyes that glowed brighter. "You're human, your unpredictability, your courage, your mind, no alien could match it alone. You are our secret weapon." Alex felt a mixture of pride and terror. He had always seen himself as ordinary, and here they were calling him extraordinary. The twins then guided him to a viewing platform showing a holographic map of the approaching threat. Alex studied the swirling mass of energy and realized it was moving faster than anything he had seen. He felt the weight of responsibility pressing down on him, but the twins remained by his side, their presence reassuring yet intense. The station shook again, signaling that time was short. Alex knew he had to learn quickly to survive and to help them. He trained under their watchful eyes, learning to manipulate small energy fields to stabilize the station, learning to read the symbols and machines, learning to anticipate the movements of the approaching threat. All the while, the twins were teasing him, challenging him, testing his limits. Their humor was sharp, their competitiveness fierce, but beneath it all, Alex sensed their care and dedication to him and their mission. He felt a connection forming, one that was strange and confusing, but also exhilarating. As night fell on the station, although there was no sun, Alex sat with the twins in a chamber that seemed to float above the rest of the structure. They talked about their past, about their hopes and fears, about the lives they had lived and the battles they had fought. Alex shared fragments of his own life of Earth, of his simple human experiences, and the twins listened, laughing softly at his jokes and marveling at his courage. The bond between them grew stronger with every passing moment, but the rumble beneath the station reminded them that danger was never far away. Suddenly, alarms blared, lights flashing red, the energy signal growing stronger than ever. Alex felt a surge of panic, but the twins remained calm, taking his hands, guiding him to the chamber that contained the station's emergency teleportation device. They explained that if the station collapsed, they could escape to a safe location, but only if Alex remained focused and trusted them fully. The twins activated the device, their hands glowing with energy. Alex felt himself lifted into a strange sensation of weightlessness, the world around him blurring into streams of light and color. He tried to focus on the twins, on their voices guiding him, and slowly the world stabilized. and they arrived in a hidden chamber far from the chaos of the collapsing station. Alex collapsed onto the floor, breathing heavily, his heart racing, but the twins were there holding him, steady, their eyes filled with a mixture of relief and admiration. Alex looked around the chamber. It was filled with even stranger technology. Then before machines that seemed alive, panels that responded to thought, and alien artifacts glowing with unknown energy. The twins smiled at him, saying, "You have passed the first test, Alex. You have survived the trial, and now you are ready for what comes next." Alex looked at them puzzled, asking what next, and the twins exchanged a glance before saying, "The real challenge begins soon, and you must be prepared. Your human ingenuity, your courage, your unpredictability will be tested in ways you cannot imagine. We will help you, but you must also trust yourself." Alex nodded, trying to take it all in the weight of responsibility pressing on him, yet the thrill of adventure and the connection with the twins giving him strength. The chamber was silent for a moment as they all caught their breath, the only sound the faint hum of alien machinery and the distant pulse of energy from the approaching threat. Alex realized that nothing in his life had prepared him for this, and yet he felt ready to face whatever came next. The twins smiled at him, one placing a hand on his shoulder, the other resting her hand on his arm, and together they looked out over the glowing city of the station below, waiting for the next move, waiting for him to rise to the challenge. And Alex knew that no matter what happened, he could not turn back. He had been chosen, and the twins would not let him go. Alex opened his eyes to the soft glow of the hidden chamber, his body still humming from the teleportation. The twins standing close by, watching him carefully. Their presence was comforting yet intense, and he could feel the weight of what they expected from him. He rose slowly, his legs unsteady, but his mind alert. The twins smiled at him, one extending a hand and the other gesturing toward a complex array of alien machines. "You must learn, Alex," they said. "Your human mind can perceive patterns no alien mind can. Your instincts can see possibilities. Your courage can make decisions no machine can understand." Alex nodded, trying to take it all in. He felt a mixture of fear and excitement, and a strange thrill at the thought of what lay ahead. The twins began guiding him through exercises that tested his focus and his reactions. They showed him how to manipulate small energy fields, how to stabilize objects in zero gravity, how to anticipate movements using intuition and thought. Alex struggled at first, fumbling with the alien devices and making mistakes, but the twins were patient, teasing him playfully, yet pushing him to do better. Each mistake, a lesson; each success, a small triumph. He began to feel a connection, not only to the technology, but to the twins themselves, their laughter and sharpness, challenging him, their presence, inspiring him to push beyond what he thought possible. As hours passed, Alex grew stronger, more confident, the energy within him responding to their guidance and to the mysterious signal that pulsed through the hidden chamber. The twins explained that this was only the beginning, that he would soon face challenges that would require not only his strength, but his empathy, his intelligence, and his courage. They spoke of an approaching galactic entity that consumed entire planets and stars, and that the fate of worlds rested on their ability to work together. Alex felt fear rising, but also determination. He had never imagined that his ordinary life on Earth would lead to a responsibility of this magnitude. The twins guided him to a simulation chamber, a vast space that projected holographic landscapes and scenarios. Alex stepped inside, feeling a strange thrill as the environment shifted around him, forests and mountains, oceans and deserts, appearing and disappearing with a thought. The twins explained that he must navigate these simulations using both his mind and his instincts. He encountered challenges that tested his reflexes, puzzles that required intuition, and scenarios that demanded courage. He fell many times, but each time he rose, learning from mistakes and adapting faster than he thought possible. The twins cheered him on, their voices echoing in the vast chamber, teasing and encouraging in equal measure. Alex began to understand the depth of their guidance, the way they pushed him to grow not just as a human, but as a partner in the coming battle. He felt a strange bond forming with them, a mixture of trust, admiration, and something more confusing, something he had never felt before. The simulations grew more intense, the holographic landscapes shifting to represent the threat approaching the station, a swirling mass of energy that devoured everything in its path. Alex felt a chill as he realized that this was not a game. These exercises were preparing him for reality. The twins placed their hands on his shoulders, guiding him through a particularly difficult challenge. He felt their energy merging with his own, and a sense of power and clarity filled him. He moved with confidence, anticipating the patterns of the simulation and neutralizing threats with a combination of instinct and strategy. The twins smiled, exchanging a glance that Alex could not read fully but sensed approval. The chamber dissolved around him, and they found themselves in a command center overlooking the galaxy. A holographic display showing the path of the galactic entity and the planets it would consume. Alex felt a surge of panic as he realized the scale of what they faced, but the twins were calm, their presence anchoring him. "You are ready, Alex," they said. "Your human unpredictability, your courage, your mind will make the difference. Now you must trust yourself and trust us together." They explained they would guide him, but he must act decisively for the first time. Alex felt the weight of responsibility fully and understood that escape was no longer an option. He nodded, his heart pounding, and they activated a teleportation sequence, moving them to the edge of the approaching threat. The space around them shimmered with energy, and Alex felt the vastness of the universe pressing down on him. He looked at the twins, their expressions fierce and determined, and felt a strange surge of courage. They guided him through the complex maneuvers needed to stabilize the surrounding stars. Using a combination of alien technology and his human intuition, Alex concentrated, feeling energy flow through his body, through his hands, into the devices, and the stars responded, stabilizing their positions and slowing the advance of the galactic entity. The twins guided him calmly, explaining and correcting while also letting him make decisions. His choices had real consequences, and each success boosted his confidence while each failure brought immediate lessons. Alex felt alive, exhilarated, terrified, and awed all at once. The entity shifted its course, sensing resistance, and Alex had to think quickly, improvising solutions in ways no alien could. The twins observed silently, letting him lead while providing subtle guidance. He realized that his human mind could see patterns and possibilities beyond the calculations of even the most advanced alien systems. He made a critical decision, a risky maneuver that deflected a surge of energy from the entity and stabilized a nearby planet. The twins gasped in admiration and relief. Alex felt a surge of pride mixed with exhaustion. The battle was not over, but the tide had shifted. They guided him back to the hidden chamber to recover, to process, to learn from what had just happened. Alex sat with the twins, watching the stars through a transparent section of the chamber, their hands resting lightly on his arms, their presence calming and empowering at once. They spoke softly of the importance of balance, courage, and trust. Alex realized that the bond he felt with them was not only about survival, but connection, trust, and understanding that transcended words. He shared stories of Earth, of his life, of the simple human experiences, and the twins listened with fascination and laughter, occasionally teasing him, but also showing genuine admiration. Alex felt a warmth he had never known, a combination of companionship, trust, and something deeper he could not yet name. They prepared him for the next phase, explaining that the entity would not give up easily, and that their journey had only just begun. Alex trained further, mastering the alien devices, learning new ways to combine his instincts with technology, and strengthening the bond with the twins. Their personalities shone brighter as they joked, challenged, and encouraged him. Alex began to feel a sense of belonging, a purpose he had never known, and a connection to the universe that was profound and exhilarating. The entity continued to approach their position, sending pulses of energy that tested their defenses. Alex and the twins worked in perfect unison, anticipating. Encountering each wave, Alex realized that together they were unstoppable. His human unpredictability combined with their power and knowledge, creating a synergy that was unmatched. He felt the thrill of the challenge, the fear of the unknown, and the joy of mastery all mingling within him as they faced the vastness of the cosmos. The twins guided him to a final test, a simulation of the entity itself. Alex had to navigate its unpredictable attacks. Using every skill, every lesson, every ounce of courage he had gained, the entity moved faster than anything he had seen, his mind racing to predict, anticipate, and respond. He felt the twins' energy merging with his own, guiding him but not controlling him. He made split-second decisions that surprised even himself, and for the first time he felt the power within him fully realized. The simulation ended with a success he could scarcely believe, and the twins smiled, their expressions a mixture of pride, relief, and affection. Alex felt a rush of emotion, realizing that he had grown beyond what he thought possible, and that together they could face the real threat. They rested briefly, sharing stories and laughter, exchanging glances that spoke of trust, camaraderie, and something deeper. Alex knew that the path ahead would be perilous, but also exhilarating. He had found allies, friends, and perhaps something more in the twin sisters who had refused to let him go. He felt ready to face the galactic entity, the challenges ahead, and the unknown future with courage and determination. The chamber around them glowed softly, the stars beyond twinkling and silent. Encouragement. Alex stood between the twins, feeling the weight of responsibility and the thrill of adventure all at once. He knew that this was only the beginning, and that together they would face whatever the universe threw at them. The bond they had formed, the trust they had built, and the skills he had gained would be the key to survival and victory. Alex looked at the twins, their eyes meeting his, a silent understanding passing between them. They were partners, allies, and perhaps more, and the future, though uncertain, was theirs to shape together. The Galactic